Hi there. Quick ring of the angel bell, and thanks very much for watching, guys. Right, so Oracle cards by star sign, and I'm asking for one now for Aries, the sign of Aries for the week May 13th to 19th, 2019. It was a bit of a difficult week last week, Aries, and I actually say that to anyone. I'm a Sagittarius and I found it quite hard going. There was just a great lack of clarity, and there were several opportunities in astrology for us all to feel fairly sad about things that, I don't know, sometimes we've got to go back and contemplate things a bit, haven't we? But yeah, I think there was a little bit more sadness in that mix there than there needed to be, and made it all rather difficult. Now I'm shuffling this deck. And this card fell out of it, so naughty, I must organise my decks better. But this is obviously the card for Aries, the sign of Aries, for the week May 13th to 19th, 2019. And here it is, new partner. Now, guys, fluid energy. It addresses itself to everyone differently. This reading, I hope, will mean something to every Aries, but will mean something different to each individual Aries. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is the divinely orchestrated... No, it isn't. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognise them by your sense of familiarity, comfort and safety. So there we go. Very much coming in on angel's wings. And we've got Pegasus, the mythical horse, which could fly all around the world. And, you know, it has immense powers. And, of course, so do the angels. And this is an angel card. And this is, you know, really is from on high when this comes through. People find it difficult to believe that the secrets of the universe could be unlocked by a deck of cards. But they can, you see, because it's not the deck of cards. It's you having the intent to actually find out about this stuff, having the time to watch the video and do whatever other, you know, research you're doing. And don't just listen to me, guys. There's lots of us out here, and there's books to be read as well. All fascinating stuff. Anyway, new partner, Aries. This could be a special man, a special woman coming into your life, that kind of partnership, that love. And if you really crave that in your life, it can happen sooner or later. But that's a maybe, okay? What we're really saying is here, and this is for every Aries watching, there's bound to be somebody coming along who is going to make a difference to your life in a way that you weren't expecting. And Aries, I feel this is going to be around plans you've had for projects, things you'd like to actually get done. And stuck energy is the feeling that comes to mind, and that would really be a factor after last week, actually, Aries. So be aware of that stuck energy and be aware that there's an answer coming. In fact, it looks like two answers coming to me. One answer is just how it can happen. That's Pegasus. Pegasus shows you how it could actually be possible that this thing could change that you think can't change. And the angel here is, you know, bringing everything angels bring to things, which is a wonderful energy. We've got purple all over this. It's a very light purple, and I feel there's a certain amount of blue in it as well, which isn't showing up too well on the camera. But parts of this sky here are quite turquoisey. So get that truth spoken. I don't feel that's a big issue, Aries, but it's always worth thinking about. And remember that the answers are coming on angel's wings. And whoever that new partner is, this is a person, you know. It can be symbolic, certainly it can, but it's certainly a person, you know. It's a person, and they're coming in to bring help and to bring strength as well, I've got to say. Okay, Aries, I will give you that with the love of spirit. And now, let's go to the Ascended Masters deck for Taurus. So this is going to be fairly intense if we're on this deck. Just a tick. Just have a drink out of my miracle mug from Claire Burnett, who very kindly sent me this one because the handle broke off my black mug the other day. And look what it says here. Believe in yourself. Everything else will follow. Love and light. Words worth thinking about, those. Very kind of her to address those to me. And words I needed to hear as well, actually. Words I really needed to hear, so that was really special. But good advice for everyone, that, really. Okay, so let's ask for a card now for the sign of... Come here. For the sign of Taurus. For the month of... for the week of May 13th to 19th, 2019. That's Oracle card, please, for Taurus. For May the 13th to 19th, 2019. And what have we got? We have... Oh, now, great, now. This is an intense one, Taurus, it really is, because for you, we're moving right out of the stuck energy feeling we had with Aries. Aries are moving out of it, but Taurus, it looks like you're actually ready to rock and roll and start blasting off, because we've got Ganesh, and Ganesh says yes, and that's really what Ganesh is all about. Some depictions, Ganesh has an axe. Well, he's got a sword, yes he has, he's got a dagger and an axe. They're just kind of very symbolically spiritualized in the image here, but that's what it's about, guys. Ganesh brings a sword to cut through whatever in your way, an axe to chop down whatever's blocking your path. You've just got to ask for it, okay, Taurus, because you do have that strength, you do have that spiritual energy behind you when you're a Taurus. It's actually a very strong sign. Strong to love, strong to care, strong in compassion, as well as, physical strength. But we do often see that physical strength associated with Taurus. This is spiritual strength, though, okay? You will have to make the move in something, Taurus, to get yourself going forward. Okay, the groundwork is done, I feel. It's time to go ahead. It's time to get moving. And there's gold all over this card. But it's gold that has to be, you have to reach out and take it somehow. I'm coming back to my favourite card I've seen lately in the Alice in Wonderland deck, the Sheep Shopkeeper. Alice can take whatever she wants from the sheep shop, but the sheep can't hand it to her, even though she's earned it. One of those things, guys, okay? So the groundwork's there, but do something to make it happen, because the answer's yes, Taurus. Okie dokie. Right. Well, I thank my guides with that, and I thank you for paying attention, Taurians. So it looks like good news for you. Looks like you're on your way. Okay, let's just give them a little shuffle and move them along a little bit. I am into now. Let me see. Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. Artwork here by Danielle Noel, and this is a beautiful deck. Really has a lot to do with the spiritual journey, and it takes us on a beautiful journey when we go into this deck. So this is for Gemini now. The sign of Gemini, a card please for May the 13th to 19th, 2019. A card for Gemini for May the 13th to the 19th. Gemini please for the 13th to the 19th of May 2019. And here we are. Mintakan. I don't think I've seen this one before. This is great when you've used a deck for a while and a card pops out that hasn't come up before. Shows that the energy is changing, Gemini. And so Mintakan, looking for home, no, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. And are you looking for home, Gemini? I feel I said that for a reason. In fact, I know I said it for a reason. Are you looking for home? Is it that could you be even further along the line than Aries and Taurus are at the moment? Could it be that you've gone through the yes, but it's just finding a place to be secure with it all, finding a place to support it all? Because we get these things set up, we get our projects on the way, Gemini, and then we have to somehow kind of keep them as a part of reality, because otherwise, life is a conveyor belt, and projects like opportunities come along, they need doing, and then they sort of need to go to one side, certainly not to be forgotten, because everything we do brings spiritual progress and is worth hanging on to, very much in that sense. But it's about keeping the lessons of the love and keeping the lessons and the love from the past, Gemini, and bringing those into the future with you, but moving forward again. And you will find it, Gemini, okay? I'm reminded of a verse in the Bible, the sparrow findeth her own house. You look at birds, they've got no money, they're only tiny little things. Cats can have them, bigger birds can have them. Their lives don't seem worth all that much. I think birds are wonderful, I feed birds, their lives are worth very much to me. But, if you imagine yourself out there trying to make it in the world, think how much harder it would be if you were 3 inches tall and covered in feathers, Gemini. It wouldn't be easy. And yet they keep going. Yet they're almost more savvy than we are, especially when it comes to nature. So have that natural connection, Gemini. Think of those higher chakras as well, okay? We're right up in the higher chakras when I start going on and on about birds. Okay, so I'm going to stay with the same deck now, but I'm going to have a drink of water. I'm going to ask for a card for Cancer. And look at the scene on this mug as well. It's a beautiful ancient stone circle in the Highlands of Scotland. Maybe the Isle of Skye, I forget where it is. But a beautiful place, and it reminds me that here we are on the internet doing this divination basically, which has gone on for as long as there have been people. It's, you know, way back into the Stone Age, to a time no one can remember. They find out the most amazing things, you know. There's some research into Doggerland. There's like a very shallow bit of the North Sea where everyone goes fishing, and it's called the Dogger Bank, and there's some research, and it actually used to be above ground way back in Neolithic times, and people travelled there. They found, through looking at kind of bones and stuff that was left there, people travelled there from the Isle of Skye in the Outer Hebrides, right at the top of the UK, which is really globe-trotting for the time, when you think they'd almost certainly, well, they'd come on horseback, I suppose, but there would have been a lot of walking and people dragging things along behind them. Anyway, right, there's a little story I was telling while I was asking for a card for the sign of Cancer for the week May the 13th to the 19th, 2019, and here it is, Cancer. Council of Light. Now then, this is a little bit like the new partner card that Aries got, Cancer, only it's a little bit further down the line again, because this is, you know, great positive possibilities are there. There is definitely room for growth. It is actually about to happen. I'm going to say that quite strongly, Cancer. Look out for growth in your life, because it's very likely to come. Because we've got the Council of Light here, and it says divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. You've got to be aware of those, Cancer, okay? Because whatever's putting you off at the moment from really getting into the idea of going forward with your project, with your plan, just moving your life on in any way at all. Could be romantic, could be money, could be anything. This is a very general reading and a very general card with a very specific meaning. Remember the spirit world. Remember the spirit lights. They are there, Cancer. And when you remember them, when you take them into your heart, you get all these spiritual orbs coming up the front. It's symbolic there, but you know, you'll be absolutely covered. And really, you are covered. If you saw it as a kind of insurance, you're covered in that sense, Cancer. Okay, as long as your intent is good, as long as you're seeking the highest, the best good, and it's important to be pure about that at this time as well, then that's the way things are in the higher realms around you. Okay, Cancer. So get into those higher chakras. Do a little bit of the hermit, a little bit of the meditation type, if you like. It's always good to do that anyway from time to time. But remember, the answers are very likely to be somewhere outside of this world, Cancer. Okay. Oh, no, not that one. Right. My guide is telling me which deck to go to for Leo. And it's this one, Messages from Your Animal Guides, by Stephen D. Farmer. I couldn't remember what his initial was there, but it's Stephen D. Farmer, a brave man. He was married to Doreen Virtue for some time. I think it was while she was a mermaid. Right. Okay, Leo. Messages from your animal spirit guides. Nothing to worry about, Doreen converting to Christianity, you know. It doesn't change the truth at all. It just means that she's not really speaking it as much as she was. I think she's still coming from the heart. I think there's nothing wrong with Jesus and Christianity. But I also think that, well, I'm sure part of her isn't speaking from the heart. So do speak from the heart, Leo, okay? I haven't even got to the card yet for Leo for May the 13th to the 19th, please, 2019. But it's going to be something along the line of speaking from the heart. And here is the card. Meep, meep, it's the Roadrunner. Remember those cartoons? Excuse me. Remember those cartoons, Leo? You know, I'm drawing attention to that because the Roadrunner really liked to draw attention to itself by going meep, meep just before it sort of drove that coyote thing mad and ran away. I love those cartoons because we don't have coyotes in the UK. We don't have Roadrunners either, but I don't know if anyone has Roadrunners. It's like a made-up animal, I think. If there is anything, it's a three-legged chicken. But anyway, Leo, yeah, keep your sense of humour and don't take things so seriously, okay? I do feel that you're actually going to be able to show out and act out and really be a Leo this week as you go forward. But, you know, just don't be afraid to do that because you can take things much too seriously and then things start getting on top of us. You're very, very grounded in this card, Leo. See, we've got the redness of the earth here, the soil really, which, you know, is the brown soil will look golden and kind of red in the sun. And we've got all this gold up here as well. So it's looking golden for you, Leo, which is a great colour for you, actually. It's the colour of the lion for the sign of the lion. So no bad thing there. Okay, we will progress to Virgo in just a tick. I'm just going to drink more water because I like drinking water. And you know, I'm going to actually say that to Virgo. Drink more water. So this is going to be something to do with spiritual practice. And I know that not everybody watching these is into spiritual practice. And please, friends, don't feel you have to be into a thing by name or whatever. It's really spiritual practices are things that happen naturally, you know. Telling people that they've got to make all that effort to tune into it, it's good if you make that effort, okay? But to say that you absolutely have to is a bit like saying, like, say if someone told me I must sneeze right now. You know, I'm capable of sneezing, but it's not going to change my life if I sneeze now. And I don't feel a sneeze coming on, so there's no point. Virgo, right, okay, so for Virgo, for May the 13th to the 19th, we have got another expression of Ganesh, Virgo. This is great. We have really got Ganesh all over things today. Now, so what we got here? It's a yes, of course, when we get a Ganesh, and it's infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. That can only be good news. So it is something spiritual. Drink more water. That's your way of getting the yes going, okay? Because as much as Ganesh says yes, we've got to say yes to whatever it is as well. And sometimes we've planned it, we've worked on it, we've put our heart and soul right into it, and we come up to the moment, no, do we really want to go that way? Drink more water, feel grounded. Let's pick up on that grounding thing there from Leo as well. Get yourselves grounded, guys. So important in all senses. I can't emphasize it enough. People think, well, if I ground myself, how will I be able to kind of fly and, have my imagination in the higher realms, in the heavens, if I'm grounded? It makes a massive difference, friends. It really does. Imagine if you were looking through a telescope and you had to go right up on tiptoes leaning out of the window. You wouldn't, would you? Because you'd fall out the window sooner or later. That's the point of grounding. You can go further. You can see more. You can do more. You can love more, Virgo, when you're grounded, when you're protected. So that's Ganesh saying yes to you. And a turquoise colour on this expression. This is from Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. And very important with this card very important with this card to speak your truth, yeah? Not just to walk the talk, but to talk the talk as well. We usually say that the other way around, don't we? But don't forget to talk the talk, Virgo. Okay, right then, more water. And we'll head into the sign of Libra. So I'm going to ask for a card now, and it's an angel card, daily guidance from your angels. And I'm asking for a card, please, for the sign of Libra for the week May 13th to 19th, 2019. That's Libra, May 13th to 19th, 2019. A card, please, for Libra for the 13th to the 19th of May in the year 2019. And what we have is 2. Okay, I'll do 2. Why not? 2 come out. 2 have got to be done. So it's complicated. That's the first thing, Libra. But, Librans are good at juggling 2 different things and getting them into balance. So here's what we've got to balance, Libra, in the week ahead, May 13th to 19th. See only love. Look past the seeming errors, mistakes and misunderstandings, and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. Now here we go, Libra. So when we speak of healing in undreamed of ways, and we're on the sign of Libra, and there's 2 cards, we're looking at balance coming in undreamed of ways. But look past the seeming errors, Libra. That's important in any matters of balance. Actually, is where things just look like to have gone stupidly wrong. Don't just ignore it, for goodness sake, but do look past it, because the reality of life is that nothing is ever hopeless. I'm always saying it. An aspect of a thing can be hopeless, and then we find another way of doing it. So if you really, really can't balance it, start thinking about love, Libra, and seeing the love within each person is a great thing. This is one of the teachings of Taoism. If you actually see somebody and are aware that no matter how much they might annoy you, or if they might be a bad person in your opinion or whatever, if you see only the love in them and keep visualizing and believing in them as a good person, they will transform before your eyes, as long as you're really consistent with it. Okay? Doesn't always work for me, I've got to admit, but that really is the truth. okay, because Taoism is very ancient. If it wasn't the truth, someone would have changed it by now, so it's true. And the other one for Libra, joy. Joy is the highest energy of all. Look, this lady riding on the dolphin there. Beautiful. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. This is a real good one, Libra. It's just great to smile all the time if you can. Nobody can. I realise that. It's a ridiculously tall order. But if I'm like fed up about something and I just go like that, well, you're just not going to feel miserable when you're looking at people like this, are you? That's why I do it. It's, you know, it's uplifting. So you be prepared to paint that smile on your face, Libra, and I think you might have to paint it on, because I don't feel it's been an easy time for you guys, especially because the first card we got here was See Only Love. That's, you know, that's something to deal with, a situation to deal with, but See Only Love, guys, and then things begin to light up and then joy comes into it. There we go, Libra. Okay, so moving along swiftly, and we are back into Work Your Light by Rebecca Churchman. So this is for Scorpio now. Card please for the sign of Scorpio for the week May 13th to 19th, 2019. Scorpio, May 13th to 19th, 2019, please. A card please for Scorpio for the week May 13th to the 19th, 2019. And here we have it. Now it's this theme of Ganesh is going to come up again. Right, yes, just say yes. This always makes me laugh because I remember President Ronald Reagan, who you may not, but if you're my age or thereabouts, you may remember Ronald Reagan. And Nancy Reagan started the Just Say No campaign about drugs, good message. And Ronald Reagan came out and said, remember, just say yes. And it's hysterically funny, I thought at the time. But look, just say yes, guys, okay? Now, we've had Ganesh coming up twice today already, telling people that yes is possible, yes can happen, yes is out there. Well, Scorpio, you guys are the ones who've got to actually do the saying of yes, right? And this does mean a certain amount of taking decisions as well. But look, we've got a triangular shape here. Getting to the point doesn't just mean coming up in a straight line. Sometimes you come from two different angles at once. Maybe there's two different people in your life pulling in different directions, Scorpio. Maybe you're pulling in one direction. Maybe someone else is pulling in the other direction. Ask yourself, Scorpio, is that really going to just kind of mean tearing apart? Or could it be that the differences between those two people or those two situations, because it's fluid energy, guys, varies a lot depending who you are and what's coming to you, but could the differences there be room to grow into, eh? Back into one of my favourite Rush songs there, but I won't go on too much about that. Okay, Scorpio, and now we are coming to Sagittarius. Gulp, and I am a Sagittarius, so I look forward to this one, and I might even have pulled this for myself, who knows. But I'm freeloading on you guys because this is your video and I'm having a freeload on it as well. Let's go to Ask an Angel, Tony Carmine Salerno. Great painter is Tony Salerno and has produced some wonderful decks. Lots and lots of inspiration obviously flowing through him from the spirit world at just about all the time when he's doing this. And so much inspiration then flows out through his decks and through his cards, and we're asking for a card for Sagittarius, please, for the week of May 13th to 19th, 2019. I'm coughing. Not sneezing yet, but I am coughing. Sagittarius, please. May 13th to the 19th, 2019. May 13th to the 19th, 2019, please, for the sign of Sagittarius. I'm getting a little bit better at this. They don't keep falling all over the floor and flashing out and stuff. But here we go. I've got one. It's the Shadow Self. And it's Samael in terms of angels. And this is for Sagittarius for May 13th to 19th, 2019. And I'm really drawn, before I say anything about this, Saggies, to the kind of week we had last week where things were... Things felt a lot worse than they really were at times. It was just the nature of astrology. It got a lot of people. It really got me, actually. And I'm not surprised. It got lots of us. Things tended to look worrying in ways that they just didn't need to be. And here we go, the shadow self, Sagittarius. Think about that other side of yourself. Okay, there's something around, maybe, just possibly there's something around you that makes you feel bad about yourself. Something you do that you don't feel very good at. Difficult. Maybe there's something you do that other people think is brilliant, but you don't think you're very good at, Saggy. Okay, that's a strong indication when this card comes up. But look, half of you is out in the light. Oh, no one's shot you yet. So bring the other half out into the light, Saggy. Okay, because that other part of yourself is actually a part of yourself. It's just, we're really talking about the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind in that sense. Okay, so just remember, Saggy, part of you is already out there. Bring the other part out. Make it whole, make it complete. Okay, Saggy. Right, now then, back into Stephen Farmer and his messages from your animal guides for the sign of Capricorn. And I'm asking for a card, please, for Capricorn for May 13th to 19th, 2019. Capricorn, May 13th to 19th, 2019, please. May 13th to 19th, 2019. There is actually going to be a full moon during that week as well, but we don't get to it just yet, and I will do some more readings, longer readings for each one star sign as we get towards that, okay? But upload times are against me today, or this last week they have been anyway. I just couldn't get that many videos uploaded. So all in one oracle cards, one for every sign, one for everyone. And now we're on the sign of Capricorn, please, for the week of May 13th to 19th, 2019. Doesn't matter that I said it wrong because the card was already out, and it's this one. It is the camel. And look at all that water. Camels are great at conserving water. They live in environments with no water at all. So this has just got to be symbolic, hasn't it? All this water around here. What have we got? Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you, Capricorn. Really important. And I remember saying a lot of the time last week to Capricorn people that actually you were going to have to make a journey, you were going to have to leave the situation where you're kind of hanging on tightly and everything's kind of not exactly brilliantly good around you, but everything's content and comfortable and okay in that way. And it's time to come out of your comfort zone. Okay, and now we've got this. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Well, take a look at that, Cappy. Okay, the camel is also actually a very stubborn kind of animal in so many ways, just very different to a goat, I suppose. But I'm drawing an analogy because there's definitely one there to be made. Somehow camels make it in impossible situations like the desert. Somehow goats make it clinging onto the side of the mountains impossibly. Capricorn, does it look impossible? Great, you're going to hack it, you're going to handle it, it's going to work out, okay. Might not work out in the next week, but you will be getting tangible signs of it, Capricorn. As long as you keep moving forward and as long as you don't forget, you've got enough behind you to keep going for a long, long time in impossible situations. Okay, Cappy, there we go. So we're on to Aquarius now. And Aquarius, in fact I do owe you a bonus video, Aquarius. And Pisces as well, because I couldn't get those uploaded at all last week. But there we are. I will be doing those in the next day or two coming up, because we are very close to full moon now. But let's have a card, please, for the sign of Aquarius for May 13th to 19th, 2019. That's a card, please, for the sign of Aquarius in May 2019, the week 13th to the 19th for Aquarius, please. Okay, and it's Krishna. We are with Eastern spirituality a lot this week, and it's Lord Krishna. It's devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your comment, no it hasn't, your commitment. I must get new glasses. Sammy was telling me that I must get new glasses. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. So Aquarius, trust your spiritual guidance. And we've got Krishna there, and here it says devotion. Okay, now he's very seriously focused on what he's actually thinking about here, Lord Krishna, isn't he? And this is another side to devotion. It's actually devoting yourself to what you need to learn. And I feel that's what I really want to say to Aquarius more than anything else. Like with Capricorn, there's blue all around this. It isn't saying it's water, but it's making me think of the abundance of resources that we saw coming towards Capricorn there. Coming towards you too, Aquarius. In fact, I actually feel you're swimming in it already to a certain extent. It's an emotional time. There is a lot of healing there. Difficult time as well for being reminded of bereavements that we've gone through, you know, and really bad things, nasty things that have happened to us in the past. And bereavement is a classic one to look at as an example, actually, because it is a really, really nasty thing that happens to us. And through working as a spiritualist medium, I've come to realise that it is the next step of the journey. It's the next adventure, as Renate said to me this morning on the chat. And if you're watching, Renate, I'm very, very sorry to hear what happened to your mum. Her mum has passed away, but she is, you know, on the next leg of her journey now, and it's very, very hard for us to accept that when we view this from Earth. But it's a very true thing. It really is. And so remember, the next leg of the journey could be absolutely anything at all, Aquarius. But the resources you've got, they're unlimited, okay? Because we've got Lord Krishna here, and this is spiritual, this is cosmic. It is all unlimited up there. All we've got to do is keep visualizing and keep believing it, Aquarius. So keep that thought in your heart, keep that thought in your head, Aquarius, and keep going in that way. We're nearly at Pisces. I've just got to have another drink because it's so good. Oh, all donations of expensive Earl Grey tea bags, very welcome. Just joking. Right, where are we going to go? Aquarius, Pisces. So which deck? This one, right. It's this one again. Excuse me. It's Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray with its book inside. And so this is an issue of light, Pisces, okay? Now then, I have this feeling about Pisceans that you'll have been trying in recent times to get on with people better, specific individual people that you know, maybe just one person. Not to impress that person particularly, but to get on with that person. Could be to impress them, you know, many people watch these videos, that may be where we're going with Pisces here. I'm asking for a card for Pisces, please, from May the 13th to the 19th, 2019, and here it is. And very nice card, very magical card and very powerful. It's Freya, and Freya being something of an earth goddess, reminds us of the link between the earth and the heavens and the sky. So that's the first thing, Pisces, okay? And this is going to be about drawing on spiritual resources, on cosmic resources, because we've got Crow and we've got Freya and we've got the full moon there, and the full moon is actually coming up during this week. Let me see, May the 16th. No, I can't see what day it is, and I'll lose the plot and not do the video, but it's definitely full moon coming up next week, okay? So at the time of that full moon energy, Pisces, that's the time to really try to be making connections to people. The energy is going to be intense, but people are going to be more receptive to what you're talking about then. Okay, Pisces. Well, guys, I'll give that to you, Pisces, and I'll give it all to all of you with the love of spirit and my guide and myself. Thank you very much for watching, folks. By the way, thanks to everyone who subscribed. I've just looked and we're on 503 subscribers. So that's a great milestone to get over 500. And so 503 of you, thank you very, very much indeed. I started doing this when I was 39. I'm nearly 56 now. So, you know, it takes time, but it's worth it and it's a journey. And so if you haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers because it's going to make things a lot easier with the live, actual live mediumship, psychic, tarot and oracle readings that I do. I can give you a much more focused reading for yourself if you're there on chat and I'm here on camera. So to do that better, got to get up to 1,000 subs. And if you subscribe, you've got a chance of winning this. This is going to be given away at the end of May. It's the May subscriber giveaway. It is a rather beautiful Sodalite chip necklace. Sodalite is a wonderful stone. A stone of connection, a stone of love, and a stone of faithfulness. Among other things, actually. We've got some Tibetan silver for a bit of bling, and we've got some glass beads as well. Not a bit of plastic on it, but there is a lobster clasp. Okay, so subscribe now, and I will be picking a subscriber at the end of May to win that, and I'll post it to you wherever you are in the world. Okay, guys? So thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment. I'm starting to see comments again. I read quite a few last night. I am delighted. So I'm going to crack on now, get answering some of those. And I'll be along soon with some individual videos, one for each star sign, as we go through the next week. It's full moon coming. It's going to be a blast. Okay, guys, have fun, peace, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.